Hello, I'm Steve Weber, the host of Big Cheapskate. We're running through the top 10 free Kindle books featured today on bookcheapskate.com. Happy Wednesday, everyone. It's October 29th, 2025. With me, as always, is my co-host and bookworm sidekick, Cassandra. Good morning, Cass.
Good morning. Ready to jump into some great reads today.
Absolutely. Now, we usually say top 10, but today we've actually curated 9 fantastic freebies that are available right now. So 9 today, but still going to be fast, fun, and, packed with info.
He sounds good. 9 great finds are better than 10 mediocre ones, right?
Exactly. So let's kick things off with book number 1. What have we got first?
Okay, first up is a big one. It's a 5-book box set called Snow Ridge Mysteries, the complete series by Emma Lee. Genre is cozy mystery.
Right, cozy mystery. So usually that means like small town, maybe a baker or bookstore owner, solving a crime, low stakes.
Pretty much the template. Bonnie Mayberry, she moves to Snow Ridge, New Hampshire, getting away from a bad divorce, looking for that fresh start.
The classic fresh start.
Yep. But naturally, someone she knows at the local bookstore gets murdered. And, well, being the newcomer.
She's suspect number 1, of course.
Exactly. But here's where it gets interesting for Cozy. The description says clearing her name involves uncovering a crooked politician and a hidden monster.
Whoa, okay.
Oh.
A hidden monster.
Yeah.
In a cozy. That feels like it's stretching the genre a bit, doesn't it?
It does. It suggests maybe a bit more complexity than you might expect. It's got a 4-star average from over 1,600 ratings, and it mentions being a clean read with Christian themes.
So readers who like that clean, maybe inspirational angle are still looking for some real teeth in the plot, maybe? That monster could be metaphorical or maybe not.
Could be either. It shows the genre can handle, deeper themes like corruption or maybe even psychological darkness alongside the charm. It's an interesting tension.
Definitely. Okay, let's switch gears completely. Book number 2.
Book 2 is The Horror from Below boxed, set 1-3 by J.T. Sawyer, and the genre description is, get this, humorous science fiction zombie thriller.
Humorous. Zombie. Thriller. Okay. That's a combo. What's the setup?
San Diego, Halloween week. Bizarre corpses are washing ashore. You've got Detective Lindsay Brandt teaming up with a horror writer, James Archer.
A horror writer? Perfect consultant for weird corpses, I guess.
Right, and they're fighting off undead spies, reporters, the works, all while trying to solve this deadly virus mystery. The notes compare the banter to Jim Butcher's Dresden Files.
Snappy dialogue, then. That makes sense for the humorous part. But what's this about the author? J.T. Sawyer. That's a pseudonym.
Yeah, so J.T. Sawyer is actually Tony Nestor. He's a real-world survival expert, like seriously legit.
No.
Trained military special ops, U.S. Marshals, even Josh Brolin for movie roles.
Wow. Okay, so the survival aspects are probably pretty grounded, even with zombies running around.
Exactly. Adds a layer of, practical know-how to the mayhem. And there's mention of an agency called ZEST.
ZST, let me guess. Zombie Eradication and Studies Team.
You got it. You just know dealing with ZST is going to be its own special kind of bureaucratic nightmare fuel.
Oh, absolutely. Fighting zombies is one thing. Fighting government acronyms is another. Okay, book 3 takes us somewhere else entirely.
Book 3 is Ward Town, Tier and Card, Book 1 by Glyn Stewart. This one is historical fantasy, but they're calling it a fantasy western.
Fantasy western. I like that blend. So cowboys and magic.
Basically, yeah. You've got Tyr, a cowboy with a serious grudge against these rulers called the Spahari, who are apparently sort of demigod-like.
Okay.
And Tyr, nursing this resentment, actually opens fire on one of them.
He shoots a demigod. Bold move. Probably doesn't end well.
Well, he gets sentenced to hang, but then the immortal he shot shows mercy. Sort of. He binds Tyr to him forever.
Bound to the immortal he tried to kill. That's awkward. And a pretty great hook for a story, especially in a Western setting where independence is usually key.
Right. It flips that trope. Plus, you have magical frontier towns, things called wardstones for protection. It's 6-shooters meet immortal beings.
And the author, Glyn Stewart, he's written a ton of stuff, right? Like the Starship's Mage series.
Yep. Super prolific. Over 80 books. So he knows world building. You're getting that kind of detailed, rule-based magic system mixed with frontier grit.
Cool. Okay, moving on to book number 4. Looks like crime fiction.
Yes. Book 4 is Silent as the Grave, a Sloane Monroe prequel by Cheryl Bradshaw. It's listed as kidnapping crime fiction.
A prequel. So this is where we meet the PI, Sloane Monroe.
Exactly. It's her very first murder case. The setup is chilling. Rebecca Barlow drops her son off, vanishes.
Oh, no.
And her body is found later floating in a lake.
Jeez. So this case basically forges the detective she becomes later in the series.
That's the idea. It shows you her start. And the author, Cheryl Bradshaw, is a big deal. New York Times and USA Today bestseller multiple times, Shamus Award finalist. She knows how to write a compelling PI.
Right, like those classic female PIs, Kinsey Malone, Via Warshawski. Tough, smart, maybe a bit an outsider. The notes say it's fast-paced, but with character depth.
Yeah, and a prequel is the perfect way in if you haven't read the series. You see the vulnerability before the hardened professional emerges. It shows you why she does what she does.
Makes sense.
Nolan.
Okay, book 5. The outline says we need to handle this one carefully. What We Leave Behind by Rochelle B. Weinstein. Contemporary women's fiction.
Yes, this one deals with some heavy emotional themes, so no jokes here. It's about Jessica Parker, who's successful in the music industry.
Okay.
But she's still haunted by her first love and also dealing with the grief from her father's death. Then another loss happens and a secret comes out.
And that secret forces her into some kind of modern moral dilemma. What does that mean in this context?
Well, the author used to be a music industry executive, so the details about that world are likely very authentic. The dilemma probably relates to career choices, legacy, maybe something about art versus commerce, or an ethical compromise made along the way that now threatens her marriage and future.
So it's exploring grief, second chances, but also the real-world consequences of ambition and the choices we make. Sounds intense.
Very. The notes compare it to Jodi Picoult for the moral dilemmas and Kristen Hanna for the emotional depth. It's about confronting the past and what success can really cost.
Got it. A serious character-driven story. Okay, let's shift gears again. Book 6 sounds like pure sci-fi fun.
Oh, yeah. Book 6 is Hallows Eve, Time Patrol by Bob Mayer. Time travel science fiction.
Time Patrol. Love it already. What's the mission?
To stop a villain called the Shadow from creating a time tsunami.
A time tsunami. Okay. Sounds bad. How's the Shadow planning to do that?
By messing with pivotal historical events, but here's the hook. They all happened on October 31st.
Halloween. Specific. Like what events?
Like Martin Luther posting the 95 Theses in 1517, Indira Gandhi's assassination in 1984, the Salem witch trials peaking in 1692, big moments of change or crisis, all on that one date.
Huh. That's a clever unifying theme, using one date to link all these historical flashpoints. And the author, Bob Mayer, former Green Beret, West Point grad.
Yep. Sold over 5 million books, so you know the action and tactical stuff will be sharp. There's a review quote comparing it to Quantum Leap on steroids.
Huh. I can see that. Fast-paced historical what-ifs with high stakes. Sounds like a fun ride.
Definitely plays with that idea of how fragile history might be.
Okay, sticking with time travel for book 7, but it sounds quite different.
Yeah, much lighter. Book 7 is 1980, A Year in the Life of Keith Diamond by Jason Ayers. Also time travel science fiction, but tagged as humorous.
Humorous again. What's Keith's story?
He's a controversial radio DJ, kind of down on his luck. Gets a chance to go back to 1980s London.
Ah, the 80s. Post-punk, new wave.
Exactly. He goes back to try and fix mistakes he made as a tabloid journalist back then, hoping to change his future. It's more about personal redemption than saving the world.
So it's fueled by nostalgia. Like, getting the atmosphere of 1980 London right is key?
Totally. It sounds like it blends that specific historical detail, maybe like Stephen King's 112263, but with the personal, music-centric vibe of something like High Fidelity. Less about paradoxes, more about second chances, and maybe some great music references.
Sounds fun, especially if you remember the 80s. Okay, 2 more to go. Book 8 takes us way back.
Book 8 is Scarred Mail Order Bride and The Widower by Amelia Rose. This is inspirational Western mail order bride romance.
Mail order bride.
Okay.
And Scarred.
Yeah, that's central. It's 1882, Daisy Creek. Jill Graythorne arrives, and she's scarred both physically from a fire and emotionally. She connects with Deputy Bill Paulson, who's a widower still grieving his wife who died in childbirth.
Wow, so they're both carrying some heavy burdens. That's more intense than some mail order bride stories.
Right. The notes emphasize that while it's clean and inspirational, the obstacles are really significant. Her scars, his grief, his fear as a parent now. Then a crisis hits the town, testing their new bond.
So the inspiration comes from overcoming these really deep internal struggles, not just like surviving the winter.
Exactly. It sounds like it focuses on healing through faith and community, finding second chances even with deep emotional and physical trauma. Similar themes to authors like Jeanette Oka, perhaps, but with a focus on these specific heavy obstacles.
Got it. Okay, last one. Book number 9.
And we end with Fake the Date, #LoveWins Book 1 by Anna Bird. Genre, gay romance.
Fake the date, a classic trope. What's the setup here?
Guy needs a fake boyfriend for his sister's destination wedding. Who does he ask? His roommate, who is, naturally, way too hot and straight, or so he thinks.
Ah, the straight roommate. I see where this is going. Forced proximity on a tropical island.
Bingo! Sharing a room, sparks fly, leading to a bisexual awakening. The notes highlight its low angst, high heat.
Low angst is key for a lot of romance readers now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Focusing on the connection, not manufactured drama.
Definitely. It's about the fun of the tropes, fake relationship, forced proximity, only one bed may be executed well. Plus, apparently there's a scene-stealing sassy dog.
A sassy dog. Okay, that seals the deal. Sounds like it hits all the right notes for fun modern romance, maybe like Alexis Hall or that vibe in Red, White, and Royal Blue.
Exactly. Witty, warm, and focuses on the joy of finding connection. A great way to round out the list.
Well, thanks for joining us today. And remember, if you want to download any of the books we've mentioned today, visit us at bookcheapskate.com and you'll have all the links right there. But do it now before these deals expire. Who knows? They might even expire later today. And don't miss tomorrow's show. Very morning. It's all brand new. Cass, we'll do it again then.
That sounds great. See you tomorrow.
Until then, keep on opening new worlds with great books without blowing a massive hole in your wallet. And whatever you do, remember this. When you read,
your mind becomes its own kingdom.